they so dope. First Florida man was Hernando, they so dope.
You're up first on these streams. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, okay. Let me pause my other screen. Welcome to the channel, guys. We are we're gonna show Mr. McGough, and
Yes, we
a little
are.
up. I'm glad Weapons brought this up because I was just about to talk about it. We have the McGough hearings that were one after the other yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I don't even know at this point. But Bama Mike, if you guys know who Bama Mike is, you know who Bama Mike is. He did a premiere today of Daniel McGough. So he put out some body cam footage of Mr. McGough doing sovereign citizen things. So
Did you send that to me as well?
I did.
Not yet.
Send that to you on Discord.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'll find it.
I even put no, I sent it like to our messages. Because I'm like, booze and body cam tomorrow? Question mark.
Oh, for tomorrow. I thought you meant to do it tonight.
Oh, no.
Within the booze and body. Okay.
For tomorrow. Because
Got it.
This is already going to be long enough. If you looked at it, I don't know if you want to speed it up a little bit, but it's over an hour.
This is turning into a McGough multiverse, is what's happening.
Yeah. McGough's everywhere.
All right, let me just.
Yeah, it's a completely different arrest, but it is in the McGough multiverse. So we're going to show that. I think Bama Mike actually, maybe my thing was lagging, but I think he covered this much of the hearing from Tuesday.
Gotcha.
Before he showed the body cam, even though it's like a completely different body cam.
Yep.
I want to get the body cam of him escaping the hospital and them catching him at the.
Send me all of the details that you know about it. I'll see what I can do. Before we get started, I wanted to remind everyone that if you are willing to support the show in any way at all, we will give Wixom a milk bone. I'm kidding. Well, we can give you a milk bone too. We will give the dogs a milk bone.
But are you at Hogwarts?
I could go for a milk bone.
Welcome, Wixom, to the channels. I appreciate you being here. You were our inside super secret squirrel on the inside of the courtroom, and I saw a picture of you meeting Judge Simpson. That's amazing.
Yeah, what was really amazing about that is Simpson had a very long docket. I think he started about 8:30, and it didn't finish up until 6:30. And
hold on one second, Wixom. Bless you, KFARR. Go ahead, Wixom.
And wait, did you hear that?
No, I saw.
Oh, I muted it. So you didn't hear it.
But Judge Simpson took a good 15 or 20 minutes out of his docket, to meet with us privately in his chambers. That was really nice of him.
That's amazing. So yeah, if somebody could do a super chat, we will even give Brutal Bob a milk bone as well. How about that? Welcome, Bob. Fashionably late, I see. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
Gentlemen, if you could, while the video is playing, have your mics mute yourself. Just so that way, if you're typing or scratching or something like that, both of your mics, I noticed last time, are very sensitive and it picks everything up. So if you could do that favor for us, I would appreciate it. And KFARR, did you want to tell the people a little bit about what this trial or this hearing is about before we get started?
Okay. So I believe the first one, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. The first one's going to be his OWI, OUI, DUI, third, whatever they call it there. I believe, right?
I think it's his fourth.
Oh, okay. And it's like not fleeing, like escaping police custody at the hospital. That's part of the first one. It's just, there was so much in the two hearings that they stacked back to back that I'm just like, there's so many charges to remember. But the first one is a drunk driving incident that they go into detail, and it really points out how not smart Mr. McGough is. And then the second one, there's a little bit of body cam in it that also shows how not smart Mr. McGough is. The only smart thing he did is he let his attorney be an attorney. And he really didn't say anything. The first bit is really sovereign citizen-like, but the rest of it's his public defender, I'm assuming, being a public defender.
Yep.
Durfwood, 1969. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Xena really appreciates it. Right, Xena? Also, Ava over here. Look at this face. Really appreciates it. She still has an ear infection, everyone. I think I might have to take her back to the vet on Saturday. So she's not feeling too swell, but I appreciate the support. And if anybody donates $20 or more, KFARR will drink. How's that? Muted.
I said, I can do that. I can make that pledge.
Okay, perfect. And you were talking with your mic muted, so I'm going to pass out some more milk bones as I press play on this video. If you guys want to stop it all, just say, "Hey, Katie," and then wait a second while I stop it, and then talk. People can't hear it all at the same time.
Speed it up a tad bit.
I just know but I can't.
An hour and it says an hour and 10 minutes, and from watching it and editing it, it feels like an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll go 1:15, and we can adjust from there. All right, and I will give out milk bones, and we'll see what Cedric Simpson has to say about it.
Court does. Well, my goodness, attorney and court does call the case. This is Other People versus Daniel McGough.
I should call this for the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Alex Warren Green on behalf of Mr. McGough.
Well, I guess before we get started, we're going to have a drink. And by we, I mean you.
Wixom, I feel as if this is cheating.
He just wants to have a drink.
You super chatted $20 so that you can take a shot. I feel like that's cheating, but I'll allow it.
Cheers, everybody. I have coffee. I only got 2 hours of sleep last night, so I cannot drink right now.
You know, some people build wells in Africa with their super chats. I drink Fireball.
There you go. Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I was up too late watching a live stream of somebody who thinks that we don't see his live streams. I wonder who that could be.
We're everywhere, bro.
Privating it doesn't help. I have spies. Yeah. Let's go.
Thank you. Mr. McGough, can you state? Daniel McGough.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the defense is ready to proceed to examination in each matter. I'd ask for a sequestration order.
I anticipate one witness in each case.
All right.
So it should be over.
All right. Witnesses are ordered sequestered for what that matter.
Actually, Your Honor, I have
you may have, yes.
I have an issue. I have been requesting the last time I was here, requested that the prosecution provide explanation for the undue delay.
Your Honor, my advice to Mr. McGough was that I'd be handling the examination today. So just for purposes of the record, I'm advising you not to make any statements on the record.
Well, I do actually also want to provide notice that this case is being removed under 28 USC 1455 to the Eastern District of Michigan under case number 25-12440 and due to due process violations that I've been facing.
I don't know what you're talking about. The case has been removed.
I'm sorry, I'm providing notice of removal under case number 25-12-12440.
Have you talked it over with your attorney?
I let him know.
Your Honor, and my advice was I'm not going to be joining in any collateral motions or actions, and that I would address the case.
Are you aware of any motion that seeks to take this case to federal court? I'm not sure how that would even happen.
Right, Your Honor. And Mr. McGough told me that he has been seeking that action, but I informed him that I am not a member of the federal bar and I would not be joining him in any of those actions.
Just providing notice.
Okay, I don't know what the notice does, but I'm not, if I don't have something in writing indicating some procedural aspect to it or anything, the court's not.
Can I give this to you now?
I would advise against.
I don't even know what is,
Notice of removal pursuant to 28 USC 1455 criminal.
what does that statute read?
The criminal proceedings removed to federal court under federal questions involved in this case.
I'm not going to bite as to what federal questions, because I don't think there are any federal questions.
Fourth Amendment violation.
Which adequately a state court could handle if that were an issue. So I don't think there's any need for the court to even deal with that. I don't know that anything's been filed with the federal court regarding that or anything else.
Filed under case 25-12440.
Are we ready to proceed?
Defense is ready to proceed, Your Honor.
You both ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Which case would you?
We were talking over each other, I apologize. If it pleases the court, could we start with the OWI matter?
That being 0523.
I believe that's correct.
That's fine. Start with that one.
Thank you. A couple of housekeeping matters. The court is in receipt of the amended complaint, which is just taking president of felony form. Is that correct?
I do have an amended information. I do.
Excellent. And Your Honor, I do believe defense is stipulating that the defendant has 3 prior OWI convictions.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
So there's a stip to the priors.
There it is, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else?
I do think defense is going to stipulate to people's exhibits 1 through 10, which are photos, but maybe not.
Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to review those and we would so stipulate.
And then people's exhibit 11 is a laboratory report. I'm not sure if there'll be a stipulation to that as well.
We would so stipulate. Thanks.
Sorry to interrupt. We have a message coming in. It says, boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, way-o. Sweaty kitty. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know what that means. Maybe you need to read it.
No, it's fake BSBT. That's all he's been talking about lately. I forgot what video it came from, but the last part, the sweaty kitty part, that's all he's been talking about. Somebody actually put in chat I would make a poll, but I currently already have one going. Let me go back a little bit. Todd, 181. Who wins in a fight, McGough or Eric Martin? My money is on McGough.
Possibly. Let me do this and then make the doggies big.
You're muted. Wixom's muted.
Yeah, Eric Martin would not win in a fight against McGough. Eric Martin is all of about 5 feet 2 inches tall. He is just a short guy, and he's probably 20 years older than McGough. McGough would pound him into the ground. I will say this, one thing, before the McGough trial, we were in Judge Simpson's chambers, and he was talking about the attorney, and I remember him commenting, he said, yeah, the attorney that's been appointed to McGough is a very young guy. We'll see how he does. And I thought he did great. I mean, he doesn't have much to work with, but he advocated for his client, and that's his job.
That's good.
And thankfully, McGough didn't really try to fight him about anything. So it was just kind of him doing what he had to do.
It was funny. Judge Simpson said, he said, from the first time I had a hearing with McGough, I knew he badly needed an attorney, Simpson said, for my sake.
For the judge's sake.
That's probably how every judge in the 23rd district feels. Yeah. With Eric Martin, broken system, broken trust. I can count. There's been like 5+ sovereign citizens in that court.
For the judge's therapy bill. For goodness, just get a lawyer. All right, let's get back to it.
I'm sorry?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Okay, so exhibits 1 through 11 are stipulated to.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Therefore admitted.
Thank you. I do expect that the officer in charge of the other matter will probably be informed at some point if sequestration order is otherwise enacted and followed, so I'll call Paul Corey to stand up.
All right, come forward to be sworn.
Take Seabridge, if you saw the court affirm testimony about the evidence, the truth, or the
I do.
Thanks for your first and last name for the record.
Paul Corey, P-A-U-L-C-O-R-I-E.
All right, you may inquire.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you employed?
I'm employed with the Milan Police Department.
How long have you been employed with the Milan Police Department?
A little under 2 years full time.
Do you have prior law enforcement experience?
Yes, I worked with the Washington Sheriff's Office prior to that for about 15 years.
Were you working for the Milan City Police Department on or about March the 27th, 2024?
I was
Do you recall what shift you were working that day?
up in my shift 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
And were you ever at the location of Dexter Street and Arcona Road?
I was
About what time were you at that location?
about 1:35 or when I was dispatched there.
Why were you dispatched there?
The 911 caller said that there was a single car crash into a gas station in that area.
Did the 911 caller, did you have any other information in your dispatch when you were headed that way? It's not being offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted. It's being offered to prove why he was headed to that location and other additional information that may have hastened.
Is it just me, or does she talk exceptionally fast, even at one point? Like, she's talking so much faster than everyone else.
To be fair, I feel like she knows. Hit a random button. We'll see how that turns out. I feel like she actually knows the information where everybody else in this case, and she did this like throughout the whole thing. She was kind of quick with it. But with this specific case, McGough probably knows the facts of the case better than the public defender.
Yeah.
But nobody knows it better than the prosecutor, who's just like, let's fucking get this going.
Get him in jail already.
Yeah.
All right.
And his speed going that way.
All right, I will overrule the objection regarding hearsay.
Overruled.
I'll accept it for what it's offered for, other than the truth of the matter.
Thank you. Did you have any other information from the dispatch?
The caller said that there was a single subject walking around outside of the car and potentially possibly injured.
And did you make that location?
I did.
Do you recall about how long it took you to get there?
Maybe about 5 minutes less than that.
Less than 5 minutes? When you arrived, what did you observe?
A car that was, I saw a SUV that was appeared to have been crashed into a sign outside the gas station here. And there was a single male subject standing around the passenger side of the vehicle.
What did you notice about the vehicle first?
It was definitely crashed there and not parked, but it was some extensive front end damage.
And Your Honor, may I approach with People's Exhibits 1 through 10 for the court?
You may.
Thank you. Officer Corey, you took some photographs that evening.
Yes.
Did you take a photograph of the vehicle as you found it?
I did.
Actually, more than one, would that be fair to say? And when you saw the vehicle, how did you determine that it had been crashed as opposed to just parked there?
Due to the amount of front end damage that it had, and it was still in contact with the signage there.
Did you make any observations about any other parts of the vehicle?
It was the windshield was smashed in a particular fashion.
And
It
but
appeared that it was impacted from the inside rather than the outside.
how could you tell that it was impacted from the inside rather than the outside?
It was falling outward instead of inward, and there was no like gouging from the outside.
And when you were looking at the windshield, would you describe the cracking it in any particular way?
Circular fashion. It's brought up the driver's seat.
Hey, Katie,
Did you look inside of the vehicle?
Yes.
Where did you observe about the
Ruda
inside?
Bob, did you say something?
yeah, I did.
Quite a bit of personal property inside of the vehicle, and the passenger, and all the front and rear passenger seats, indicating that there was probably only one at the time of the crash.
Can you stop it for a second? Okay, where I was sitting at, you can see my head turning. I could see the prosecutor's laptop, and it was scrolling through the 10 pictures and the video, and he left a pretty good wad of hair on the windshield from where he hit it.
Oh.
So
Back when I started, way back in the dark ages, that was one of the ways we figured out who the driver was, by how much hair was on the the windshield because a lot of people didn't wear seatbelts back then, and obviously he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. But there was a nice wide, and he really messed that vehicle up too. He hit that sign pretty darn good. There was no way it was going to be going anywhere.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we won't be able to see the pictures on this stream. And from where I was sitting, I could not see them. Bob he was closer and he had a much better angle.
Nice.
So I was actually going to ask you guys a question.
Yes.
And I think it was the second one when they were kind of sitting next to each other, or it could have been here when they were whispering to each other. And the prosecutor kept telling him to mute the mic, and so did Judge Simpson. Could you guys hear them when they were just whispering?
Very little, but you know, the recording system for the court was picking up everything that they were saying, and he kept telling the kid, you know, mute the mic, because you don't want this in the court record.
Yeah.
Oh. Live and learn. That's what experience is all about. But,
you know, we didn't get all of the conversation. I you know, you'd get a word now and then, but it may be on the record. You know, and anything he says, it's on the record.
Yep, it is. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
It was impacted from the inside rather than the outside.
How could you tell that it was impacted from the inside rather than the outside?
It was falling outward instead of inward, and there was no like gouging from the outside of the windshield.
And when you were looking at the windshield, would you describe the cracking in any particular way?
Certainly fashion. It's probably the driver's seat.
Did you look inside of the vehicle?
Yes.
Where did you observe about the inside of the vehicle?
There was quite a bit of personal property inside of the vehicle, hence the passenger and all of the front and rear passenger seats, indicating that there was probably only one occupant at the time of the crash.
Did you look at the windshield?
Yes.
What did you observe about the windshield?
What stood out about the windshield was there was a clump of human hair attached to the cracks in the impact area on the inside of the windshield.
How would you characterize the color of the hair that you saw?
Light brown, maybe dark blonde.
Did you make contact with any people at that location?
Yes, there was a male subject standing near the passenger side of the vehicle when I arrived.
Do you see that person in the courtroom today? Can you tell me where that person is sitting and what they are wearing? Your Honor, may the record reflect that witnesses identified the defendant?
No objection, Your Honor.
Record shall so reflect.
And sir, when you made contact with the defendant, what did you talk with him about, or what did he do?
I asked him what had happened.
What did he say?
He said I wasn't here.
What else did you notice about his appearance?
He was bleeding from a cut or some type of injury. There was a lot of blood. It was kind of where it all was coming from. It appeared it was bleeding from the top of the head.
Did you notice anything about his clothing?
It was disheveled. There was blood on it. Front zipper was down. The zipper was down on his pants.
Did you look at the color of his hair?
Yes.
Based on your observations, did that appear consistent with the color of the hair in the glass inside the car? What happened next?
He maintained that he was not driving the vehicle. He could smell the odor of intoxicants coming from him. We called for medical assistance just based on his injuries. And so while they were on the way, asked if he would take a preliminary breath test, which he agreed to.
Without getting into the results of the preliminary breath test, did you make a determination about what had happened that evening?
It appeared on his face that he was driving the vehicle and it got into a crash. And he may have been intoxicated while he was doing it.
Did you place him under arrest for OWI?
Not at that time.
When did you place him under arrest for OWI?
After the ambulance came, it was determined he was going to go to the hospital while he was receiving medical treatment, and I read him his chemical test rights. I advised him at that point that he was under arrest.
Did he agree to take a test?
So he would have you believe that he just happened upon the scene of this car accident that his car was in, but he was not there. Is that what I'm getting from this?
Yes, and you guys brought up a funny question I have. So I don't want to spoil it too much, but you guys said you saw the car on the laptop. Was it the same car? Was it the same car that that was involved in the second case? Was it the same like red car?
Bob's gone.
I don't think it was. Now, like I said, from where I was sitting, I couldn't see the pictures. My recollection is one of the cars was registered to him, and the car in the second incident was not.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's correct.
yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
What happened?
He refused to take a test. Poor judgment on my part. I did not have him restrained in the hospital bed. Well, I left it to, I believe that his injuries were significant enough that he was not going anywhere. I went out to my car to start preparing a search warrant for his blood, at which point a nurse came out and told me that he had fled the hospital.
Did you find him?
With some assistance from Washington County Sheriff's Office, yes, I did.
Where did you find him?
Apartment complex just south of the hospital.
Were you able to take him back to the hospital?
Okay, so we need to figure out, what is this officer's name? Corey, Corrie? We need his body cam. He has a body cam there. We need his body cam from that day. Don't you think? Or is that the one you already have?
No. This just seems like the funniest incident because he was so messed up. The officer was like, "Nah, it's fine. He's not going anywhere." And then turns out he flees for, I believe they said like 40 minutes to an hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I think the officer is about to testify that it was about 40 minutes before they were able to locate him.
That'll be fun to watch. Yeah, if you all want to donate to the get the body cam fund, depending on how, it's been anywhere from, I think the cheapest one I ever got was like $40. The most expensive, which I still haven't looked at, I got it the other day, it's like $400. So hopefully it's good. But yeah, body cam fund. Any super chats tonight will go directly towards, or on my channel anyway, I'm not going to speak for KFARR. Any super chats on my channel will go directly towards getting this body cam of him escaping the hospital and being hunted down.
Yeah, that would be a great body cam.
And did you complete your search warrant?
Don't you think? I think it'd be wonderful. Hopefully there's canines involved, tasers maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't heard the case yet, so we'll see.
Was it executed?
I just a note for the court, Sergeant Crusadis, it helped me prepare the search warrant while I was dealing with Mr. Fuse's hospital. However, I did review, since I was going to the warrant, I did review to make sure it was accurate based on my observations at the time of the incident.
Did he make an, I'm sorry, go ahead. No, so sorry to interrupt you, sir. While you were waiting to do the blood draw, did he make any statements to you?
He looked at my uniform and appeared to be confused as to why he questioned me as to why Milan, the city of Milan, was doing all of this. And
what did you say to him?
Asked him where he thought he was, and I said he was in. Thought he was in sleep.
Did you ask him to perform standardized field sobriety tests?
I did not.
Why not?
Mainly due to his injuries, and even though he did comply with the request for a TBT, he was generally uncooperative with most things that we were trying to get him to do, or in asking questions about what had happened. So then based on the extent of his injuries, we were more concerned about getting medical attention at that point.
In your training and experience with administering standardized field sobriety tests with people who've been in traffic crashes that have injuries, is there any guidance that you've received from NHTSA on that?
It can be, especially with what was clearly a head injury that was sustained in a vehicle crash, it could have impacted.
Well, guys, I think we're going to get that body cam because Cool Clearwater's funding, hopefully the entire thing. Hopefully it's not that much. Body cam fund, just don't show it until Papa can join. Thank you, Vicky. I don't have the good treats in here, and that deserves a good treat. But for now, KFARR is going to drink. Right, KFARR? There he goes.
Hold on.
I am too.
It was in the way. It was in the way. Let me do it again.
Oh, Okay, you guys chat for a minute. I'm gonna go get the good milk or the good like rawhides or whatever.
I just tried to put the top on my shot glass, so today should be interesting.
Cheers.
Oh, man. So he was so drunk that he thought he was in a completely different city?
Yeah. He didn't know where he was.
Yeah,
and you know, he's a pretty young guy. I'd say he's about 30 years old. I tried to find out how old he is, but the websites I was looking at didn't have his age. But he's already been convicted of drunk driving 3 times, and this is the 4th time. I mean, this guy just doesn't get it.
No, and we've seen it a lot where sovereign citizens try to sovereign citizen their way out of certain charges. Drunk driving's not it's not like a speeding ticket or no insurance. It's like, especially your 4th, you can't, use your magical phrase and get out of it.
Oh, McGough, if he gets convicted here, he's going to prison.
Yep. So, real quick, this was sent directly to the P.O. box, which is listed in my channel description. You can send stuff for KFARR or myself, but these are roasted beef lung tips sent to Xena and Ava from KBot Video. Beef lungs is what we have here.
That doesn't even sound bad. If that was on a menu somewhere, I wouldn't even think weirdly about trying that.
Should we send you some of these so you can eat them on air for a price? I hope these don't smell like those duck feet.
I don't think they smell.
I'm going to pass.
Oh, did you get one of these too from them?
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, I had a stack of stuff people had sent. So
yeah, I don't think they have a smell. I don't think they have like they don't have that weird, filmy, waxy duck feet feel.
Okay, wait, I'm going to show the people what it looks like. These are beef lungs. It looks like a piece of steak, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's a normal food that people will actually eat, not a weird, slimy duck foot.
It's like freeze-dried steak, it feels like. Okay. Thank you very much. Cool, clear one. I'm not going to, no, I'm not going to try. I thought about it. I'm like,
yeah, you just thought of a price.
That I would. I did. But Waffle Salter's not here, so let's get this back to where I don't know what buttons I was pressing. Whoa! Look at that setup.
That's my face.
Where? There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I think that's not it. It's that one. Okay. And we've lost. There he is. Is it your internet, Bob, going in and out? What's going on, man? I keep losing you. I miss you when you're gone.
We miss you.
All right. So let's start the video and look at the private chat, guys.
Get the results of the standardized field sobriety test.
Your Honor, may I approach with People's Exhibit 11, the laboratory report?
You may.
And Officer Court, you did receive a laboratory report back in this case. And do you recall what the BAC was?
I believe it was 0.127.
Look at this cop right here. He's ready to take a nap. He is almost out.
And that's the beginning, or this is the beginning of the hearing. So he still has like an hour left.
Look at this handsome row of people back here.
Yeah, that's Brutal Bob on the right and his wife Nala. Yep. And next to him is Brenda.
And this guy right here looks familiar.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, question, because I'm trying to look this up in the background. Which district is Simpson? Is 14. He 14A or B?
A.
Why?
A. Okay.
I need the police department.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay.
I'll figure it out. I'll get there one way or another.
Okay.
There's one thing I might say. Mr. Allen has sergeant stripes. I noticed when we were there. Mm-hmm. You might be able to see it in the video. It's not on his sleeve, like I'm used to seeing it, from my days in the Army. It's
Yep.
it's on his name tag.
Oh, gotcha. And Corey is on the stand right now. Is that the one
Which-
you're talking about? Okay.
Yeah, which police department do you want to know?
The one that P. Corey works for.
Oh, Milan.
Yeah, he's Milan.
Yeah, I was
He's
trying to
Milan.
find the.
Is
Yeah.
it M-Y?
No, Milan. If you were in Italy, you'd be saying Milan, but it's Milan.
Yeah, I'm
It's
trying to find the offense date on the.
Gotcha. Yeah, when you
website.
guys get all that info, I'll get the request in, and it seems
I can tell you, it was July 3rd.
Yes.
Dang, you guys are good.
Yeah.
Also, when I was walking into
July.
He thought he was in Saline when this happened.
Yeah, McGough did.
Now,
when I was walking in, I saw a Milan police car, and one of the first things I said to Bob when I got there was, I said, "There's a Milan police car out there. What the heck is he doing here?" And Bob told me, "Well, it's just 10 miles down the road. It's in Judge Simpson's district."
So I just don't want to get anybody's hopes up. A lot of times, until this is complete, and I don't know, this is the actual trial. So once it's all said and done.
It's just a hearing. There's
okay, so we might not be able to get it just yet, but we will do our best. But while we're talking about it, we're getting all the information for this body cam fund. Thank you so much, Charmed Forever, for the $2 super chat to Fixed Income. Wish I could do more. That's plenty. And if you can't do anything at all, just please hit the like button and the share button. That's all. I appreciate any support.
And the next court he goes to, you probably won't see the video because he's going into circuit court.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charm Forever. I appreciate the support, and we'll get that body cam. I don't want to make promises because you never know with FOIA requests, but I'm gonna do everything in my power to get the body cam. And when I say that, I actually mean it, unlike some channels.
And just so not making any promises, they might only give 2 minutes of a body cam. Just saying.
Yeah, that's what I think. I forget that was like $70 or something ridiculous for a 3-minute body cam.
That's the best 3 minutes money can buy. That's what Georgia Transparency's mom said.
It got people a talking, didn't it?
Miss Katie, look at your text. I sent you the reason that keep dropping out.
Okay, let me hit the play button, and I will take a look.
All right. I'm shutting up.
What did you do with the vehicle? Or what was done with the vehicle? Let me ask that. Do you know what happened with the license plate?
We confiscated the plate as the operator at the time, who we believe to be Mr. McGough, had several prior convictions for suspension and operating while intoxicated, requiring a plate confiscation.
Pursuant to state law, you had to take it. And I may have a moment.
I do have one question. How much time elapsed between the time you were notified that he had left the hospital and when he was located? Do you know?
I believe it was about 40 minutes, Your Honor.
40 minutes?
40, yes.
Okay. All right.
Officer Corey, Milan, what county is that located?
Well, that's interesting. Half in Monroe County and half in Washtenaw County. The incident itself occurred in Washtenaw County.
Thank you. And that is in the state of Michigan?
Correct.
Milan kind of abuts the two counties, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. And verify that witness.
All right, cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I inquire? Afternoon.
Before you inquire, sir, can we please everybody give Parson a round of applause? Member for a whole year. I sent you a Milan Police Department on Discord, info on Discord. Thank you so much. And we also have Freedom Redbird. It's a super sticker, and it says character holding their hands together saying thanks. Well, thank you. You don't have to thank us. Thank
the description. I love the descriptions of super stickers.
I do too. There's that one. I like the when it's the guy dabbing, it says elbow cough. Love that one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The elbow cough. Okay. Appreciate you guys.
Officer, my name is Alex Warren Green. I represent Mr. McGough in this case. So you're dispatched for a single vehicle accident, right?
Right.
And that's at a mobile gas station. And it appears there was an accident from an SUV into the sign, the mobile sign, right?
Right.
And like you testified on direct examination, there was a 911 call placed, and that person didn't provide a name, did they?
They may have. It's something that I didn't end up following up on.
So you never talked to the caller, did you? And are you aware if anyone talked to that caller?
I am not aware of anyone.
So as soon as you get there, Mr. McGough is on the passenger side of the vehicle, right?
Standing outside. It's on the passenger side.
Okay. And that car was not registered to Mr. McGough, was it?
Correct. It was not.
And like you testified on direct examination, he had a wound to his head, right?
Yes.
Bleeding pretty bad?
Yes.
There was an injury to the front and back of his head, right?
There's photographs of an injury to the back of his head, yes.
Okay.
And front.
And he appeared to be dazed.
Yes, it was difficult to say if he was out of it due to the head injury or his level of intoxication, maybe a bit of both.
And you didn't conduct the field sobriety test because you were concerned that the head injury you observed might impact the field sobriety test, right?
It was possible, yes.
So you testified on direct examination. You saw the windshield was smashed.
Greg, thank you so much. Remember, for 7 months, I knew I should have gotten Parson Shield to keep up. Yes, everybody should have Parson Shields. Yes. And this one's for you, but I will pass out my phones.
I'm not even going to attempt your name because I
Sephora?
know is that it? I have a terribly spelt and pronounced last name, so I hate pronouncing other people's names slightly wrong.
KFARR can't even pronounce his own last name.
So you run into a few Kevins in school growing up, so then they try to use your last name and then they just struggle with it. So you're just like, yeah, that's me. But thank you for the $2 hairs. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, everyone who's supporting. Please hit the like button as well. And if you know anybody who you think would enjoy this kind of content, please share it. We're trying to grow up in here. Let's up those numbers.
And you saw blood, right? There's a chunk of hair in the windshield, right?
Yes.
You take a picture of that?
Yes. Let me backtrack. Sergeant Crusade essentially took a photograph of it.
Okay. And most of the time you're talking to Mr. McGough, he was wearing a hat. You recall that, right?
I don't recall that. You may have did.
So it's dark outside, right? And
You said a yes, 'cause I don't think.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
It's okay.
Yes, it was dark.
Okay, go ahead.
and there's a significant amount of blood on his face and it's going into his hair, right?
Correct.
Okay. In this case, you did submit evidence to the crime lab for forensic analysis, right?
Blood test, yes, blood sample.
Right. So no hair follicles, right?
No.
And there was no attempt to obtain any forensic match between the hair or the blood that was found in the car with any hair or blood from Mr. McGough's body, was there?
You were correct, there was not.
Okay. On direct examination, you talked about field sobriety tests. You said you're trained in the administration of field sobriety tests, right?
Yes.
And you forewent the field sobriety tests in this case, but no one asked him at all to perform those field sobriety tests, did they?
That's correct.
And after this initial interaction, when the ambulance arrives, he goes to Trinity Ann Arbor Hospital, right?
Correct.
And did you accompany him in the ambulance or you follow behind?
Follow behind.
Okay. And you read him his chemical rights at the hospital while he's in the bed, correct?
Correct.
And he refused at 2:51 a.m. Is
That's
that
correct.
And after he refuses, you leave the room to go and work on the affidavit for the search warrant, right?
Correct.
And then Mr. McGough vanishes.
That's awesome.
Okay. You didn't see him leave.
I did not.
You had no idea where he was.
Nope.
And like you said, he wasn't handcuffed or in any way restrained to that bed, was he?
He was not.
And there were no officers standing at the door or otherwise supervising that room, were there?
No.
And through your investigation, you determined he's located at an apartment complex at around 3:40 a.m. Is that right?
That's what is in the report. I think I listed a time there. If you want me to look at to refresh my memory.
It would refresh your recollection to look at your report?
It would.
Okay. Your Honor, if I may approach the witness.
He's got a copy that was turned over, so if you look at that, you believe that will refresh your recollection.
Yes, it did. He was located about 3:40 a.m.
Okay. And he's returned to the hospital. The blood draw was completed at 4:28 a.m. And of course, there's two blood draws done. So it's 4:28 a.m. and 4:29 a.m. Does that sound right, officer?
That sounds right.
Okay. So in an ideal OWI investigation, you want to have eyes on the subject from the time you make the scene until the needle enters the arm, right?
I do.
Okay. One of the reasons you do that is to make sure the subject doesn't consume anything that could impact the blood test, right?
That is correct.
And Mr. McGough was unaccounted for nearly an hour in this case, right?
Because he escaped from custody. Are you really going there, sir?
So I knew that he was going to play that card when he started making it. And before I could like flip out in my office, Judge Simpson says something, which we're about to hear in a second, I believe.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, okay, yeah, he one-upped him. He nipped that in the bud before it could go too much further.
Oh, good. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. So generous. Thank you so much. News Now Enemy. He's a fan of Ava. Everybody's a fan of Ava. Look at this. Look at this face. How can you not be? How can you not be? Here you go, Xena. And look at Xena's powdered sugar face.
Is Ava the one? Is Ava the one with the ear infection?
Yes, Ava has the ear infection. You can, I mean, let's see if you can see. Show them your ear. Oh, is this one? You see how dark it is in there compared to that?
Oh, yeah.
She got all the gunk in there.
So, Cellulite Yoga Pants, yes, 1000%. He's trying to like say that he drank or consumed alcohol in that 40 minutes and not beforehand. But then, like I said, you're going to hear the corrected version of this, and it's like, all right.
Baloney.
Yeah. Law Talk with Mike really roasts him over that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because he stepped in it enough where Kate, you're gonna laugh at it. Like you guys were there, and I was watching the entire time.
Yep.
Texting Bob while he was sitting there, and the whole time, this guy's again. He just stepped in it, and Judge Simpson's just like, "You sure about that? You sure you want to go down this road? Okay, okay."
All right, you give him enough rope, you know.
In fairness to this young attorney, he doesn't have much to work with here, so he's trying.
When you're just trying to throw darts and see what where you hope to hit something.
That's all he's got.
Yep.
That's correct.
And in your search warrant affidavit, you didn't mention that, did you?
I don't believe so, no.
Thank you for answering my questions, Your Honor. I have nothing further at this time.
Reader.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Corey, were you able to obtain information that the defendant had previously been pulled over by a different police agency operating this car in March of 2023? And after he was recovered and brought back to the hospital, did you have 2 deputies stand by with him and handcuff him to the gurney?
I handcuffed him myself, but luckily I had a couple of deputies that were free for the moment that were able to watch him until I finished up the search warrant.
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything?
Your Honor, if I may, one.
May want to mute your microphone.
And so it begins.
Your Honor, just briefly, Thank you. Officer?
Oh, and can I just ask one other question before you, and I'll let you ask your question.
So McGough is telling his attorney what to say at this point. Like, you need to ask him this.
He's probably giving him some information, or hey, you say this.
There is a point in one of the hearings, I forget which one, but McGough tells the lawyer to ask him a couple of questions, and you'll hear him. It's about, did you contact the embassy? Did you do this and that? It's ridiculous, but you'll see it later on.
I wish Judge Simpson didn't remind him to mute his mic. That's all I'm saying.
The PBT, if there's okay, the PBT, are people going to seek admission of that if defense is challenging the results?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pursuant to the statute.
Correct.
And Your Honor, I understand that the people could rebut that kind of challenge. I'm not sure that we have gotten to that point yet. The case law.
Well, I just want to make sure that if there is going to be a challenge to the results, that under the statute, my understanding is, although these aren't entirely the circumstance under which it happens, but it seems to me an analysis could be made that the PBT would then become admissible. Just so that defense counsel is aware, but you may inquire.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that. Officer, before Mr. McGough was admitted to the hospital, did you yourself search him? Search his person?
It's outside the scope of my redirect, Your Honor.
I'll allow him. Yes, go ahead.
He was wearing a jacket, right?
I believe so, yes.
Did you go through all the pockets of that jacket?
I normally would, yes. I believe I did.
Okay. Officer, when you completed the refusal to submit to chemical test form, in this case, do you recall writing the refusal time as 1:35 military time?
No, I don't recall that.
Would it refresh your recollection to look at the refusal to submit the chemical test form you completed?
I think
Yes.
I love that. I think the cameras just flip around on their own, like AI,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's really hard to like
things that I did. I don't
get the video
recall
you
why I
want
would
because
put
of
that.
that.
Because it's like choo, choo, over here, over there, over there.
So that argument is where I was just talking about, where he tried to a roundabout way say, oh, well, you weren't watching him for those 40 minutes to an hour. Maybe he drank then. But Judge Simpson's like, well, if you're going to challenge that, he did take a PBT, which I'm pretty sure wasn't 0. So let's not play that game.
Yeah.
Time there.
Well, again, officer, thank you for answering my questions. Your Honor, I have nothing further at this time.
All right. Ms. Lundy.
Officer Corey, you would agree with me that this says refusal date, but it does not say refusal time, correct? It just says military time?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. And lastly, Your Honor, in anticipation of an argument that the blood result is not accurate, I would ask a question about the PBT, but if that argument's not going to be made, then I don't need to.
Your Honor, I would object to any mention or admission of the results of a preliminary breath test in this matter. I'm not sure that I have raised an argument that regarding its accuracy or regarding a rising blood alcohol level or anything like that. I don't think I've opened the door to that.
Well, I don't think you have. I just want to make sure we're prepared for the argument. But if that argument is going to be made, then I'm going to let the people question as to that. But
all right.
Your Honor, I don't anticipate making an argument regarding a rising blood alcohol level or anything.
He was wink, nodding at it, but didn't want to actually say it.
Yes, exactly. That's what I think. Truther TV says that he's enjoying the hearings now, so I'm glad. Now, I think the first one he came to, it was very confusing because he was trying to represent himself. It was all over the place. But now that we know what's going on, we got it. And Truther TV, we are taking up funds to pull the body cam of this guy escaping from the hospital and getting caught again. So just keep that in mind. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna do the FOIA request and watch it.
Well, but are you going to make the argument that the blood alcohol result at the time of the test, well, I'll just do it this way, is it lower or higher than the?
Your Honor, I intend to make arguments on what has already been stated on the record, and I'm not going to.
What does that mean?
From the defense, I don't anticipate any further questioning regarding the blood alcohol results from either the lab or the preliminary blood test.
Okay, again, that was very cagey the way that was put, but I'll just put it this way. What I will do, Ms. Lundy, is I will not permit the questioning at this point. However, if it is raised in argument, I may entertain a motion by the people to reopen their proofs to take testimony regarding that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
I have nothing further.
You may step down, sir. Thank you. Yeah, shut down. I'm not done. So the system went down?
Yeah, it says in my computer still recording, but
We don't know.
software shut down.
I'm not gonna take a chance. Do we know when it happened just now?
Just now.
Just now, okay. What the court's gonna do is court's gonna stand in recess. We need to get it back up.
Understood. Thank you.
It's worked too hard today. Court's in recess.
Okay, explain to the people what's going on here.
So they had some technical issues right here. Apparently the microphones or something was malfunctioning. They weren't picking it up. So what Simpson did was he called a recess here. They rebooted the entire system, and then he comes in. This was only 5 or 10 minutes, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
They unplugged it, waited 10 seconds, and plugged it back in again?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
I saw you when you guys had your picture. It was also with the deputy there, right? The what is it called? The cop that's in the court.
That's Mr. Allen, the famous Mr. Allen that women.
Mr. Allen.
Over. Man, that dude is huge. He is.
I wouldn't necessarily swoon over him, but that bald cop was pretty good looking. I'm just saying. Don't tell Mr. Zed.
Most of the women swoon over Mr. Allen. And I'll say one thing about him as the court officer. Everywhere Judge Simpson goes, he goes. When Judge Simpson came into the jury room to meet with us, Mr. Allen was there and he was in the doorway.
Yep.
So should anything have happened, number one, he was ready to take care of it. Number two, you had to get past him to get out.
Yep.
Well, I can say just from the amount of threats that I get just from being online, I can't even imagine if I was online and passing judgment on people, sending people to jail. I imagine he needs personal security all of the time.
Oh yeah, Mr. Allen is not just his bailiff. While he's in the building, he's also his bodyguard.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a judge and Bob as a former officer, I mean, they've got to take precautions. I mean, I've been out to dinner with Bob, and he actually whispered over to me. He goes, "You see that guy sitting over there? I arrested him 20 years ago for, you know, X, Y, or Z." So
yeah,
he whenever Bob goes to a restaurant, I let him pick the seat. He always wants his back to a wall.
Mr. Zed's the same.
Yeah,
Mr. Zed's the same. After working, you know, security jobs and stuff like that overseas, you know.
While you've got this stopped real quick, what's his name that went last time? I'm so bad on name. They sent him a notice that if he was coming this time to let him know so he could see Judge Simpson. Well, I went up and I told Judge Simpson's coordinator, it was probably around 12:30, who we were, and the other guy wasn't coming. And she said, well, I'll see if the judge will see you. And he went for about 2.5 hours, and all of a sudden just kind of abruptly says, all right, we're going to take a break. And I thought, well, this is the second break now since we've been here. And darn if she didn't come and get us and take us in the back. Then we were talking in the thing, and I told him, I said, well, we're all waiting for McGough, Judge, because we're going to Maze and eat later, which is an excellent Mexican restaurant. Well, he was going to put McGough at the end. Now, this is a judge. You got to remember, I had 28 years in law enforcement. I've never seen a judge go past 5 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. This judge goes to 7 and 8 and 9 o'clock. And I don't think people realize that. So here we are. It was around, I don't know what, Wixom, 5:30, 6 o'clock. He all of a sudden takes a turn at the bailiffs there, and he says, go get Mr. McGough. And I'm thinking, wow, he's got like 6 cases yet to call, and he's going to take McGough now? Well, he did it because he knew we were going to go to Maze, and I think he was being a nice guy because he didn't want us to go over there at 9 o'clock and eat, because between Freedom Redbird, Brenda's stomach, my stomach, and Wixom's, we were all rattling the courtroom. You know?
Because I think Bob said he had had a banana. That's all he had had.
No, I had a nanner.
Yeah, I hadn't eaten at all, and neither had Brenda. And our stomachs are just entertaining the courtroom with the symphony.
Now, just like last time, Miss Katie, the African American woman sitting behind me, Stephanie, she is a public defender. The couple, there was a guy behind her that was an officer. There was a guy on the other side that was an officer, and another one on the other side that was attorney. They all were done for the day, but they waited because they wanted to see McGough. And the gentleman that was in the pew behind us, I was talking to him on a break. He's not a YouTuber, but he's watched YouTube, and he saw McGough, and he just showed up to see him.
Nice.
So this guy's generating a lot of looks, you know. So
yeah, you guys are in on the ground floor, huh?
Well, I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, I wish in all the years I was in law enforcement, I had a judge that was half as nice and half as, I can't even think of the word right now, just fair with everybody. And they had a new girl that was there. She'd taken the bar exam, and I guess they can work under another attorney's license while they're waiting for the results. And she wasn't quite saying things exactly the way Judge Simpson wanted them said. And he was smiling and was very nice and said, you haven't said it the right way. You haven't said it the right. She finally got it, and he congratulated her. And he told us back in the jury room, he says, a lot of judges wouldn't care what she does. They just, okay, let's get on with it. He says, I want them to be trained properly, and I want them to know what they're supposed to say when they're supposed to say it. I mean, the guy is just phenomenal as a judge. Impartial. That was the word. He is so impartial in everything, even when he gets angry. But I've never been in a courtroom where there's so many smiles and chuckles and things going on until now and then somebody's a real jerk, and then he lowers the boom on him. But other than that, it's one of the nicest courtrooms. You get to hear stuff. You learn things. I mean, I learned stuff from him that, like I say, 28 years in court, I didn't know it. And I picked up 2 or 3 things from him. So
yeah, I agree with that 100%. We sat there in that courtroom for 6.5 hours going through a lot of cases. And Judge Simpson is almost like Johnny Carson up there. I mean, he is funny. He, humorous. He keeps it lively. He's just a joy to watch on the bench. He really is.
Oh, and don't forget, Wixom, he wears those high-collared shirts because he doesn't like to tie a tie and wear a tie.
Now when we were back talking with him back in his chambers, I asked him about those Mandarin collared shirts, and he said, I got tired every morning. I got to put on a tie, and I thought, what? I'll wear a Mandarin collared shirt and I don't have to worry about a tie. And I said to Judge Simpson, you know, I had to wear a suit for 30 years and I never thought of that. That's brilliant. Why didn't I think of it?
Yeah. It was a real pleasure meeting him.
Yeah, he was.
He seems like a great guy.
Up.
We're going to keep it rolling.
I'm out of here.
You're out of here?
I'm not talking. I'm out of here. I'm watching.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you were like leaving. I'm like, wait a second. Don't just go. We need to say goodbye to you. All right, we're gonna keep the trial rolling.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
The flipping around's throwing me off because I think the video's glitching, but it's not.
Nope.
Fear of angering anybody. I don't think I've seen public defenders work this late. Anyway, court recalls the case, People versus McGough.
Alex Warren on behalf of Mr. McGough. Mr. McGough, could you state your name again, please?
Daniel McGough.
All right.
Yeah, I think we had finished with our officer, Officer Corey. I don't have any additional witnesses.
All right. Go ahead. You can have your conversation. You might want to mute the mic.
Your Honor, no witnesses from the defense.
All right. I have a motion.
Your Honor, I move to bind over as count 1 and let counts, I think it's 2 and 3 on this web follow. I do believe you presented sufficient evidence to establish by probable cause a circumstantial case that the defendant was the operator of a motor vehicle on the date, time in question, at the location in question, that he did have an alcohol content of 0.08 grams or more. Your Honor, the people were able to present evidence that there was a vehicle crash, that the windshield of that vehicle had been hit from the inside. There was blood and there was hair consistent with the defendant's hair. The defendant had a head wound on the front of his head, and that, along with being at the scene of the crash, I do believe is sufficient circumstantial evidence to establish by probable cause that this matter should proceed to trial. I'll reserve any further argument for rebuttal.
Your Honor, the defense would object to bind over in this matter. In making the bind over decision, we'd ask the court to consider the lack of direct evidence linking Mr. McGough to operating that vehicle.
Are you kidding me?
Your Honor, I have nothing further at this time. For the record, we are objecting to bind over.
I think there is certainly, when one looks at the...
I'm sorry. I know I just said we need to keep it rolling, but how is his blood on the inside and his hair on the inside of the driver's side of the car window not direct evidence? How is that not direct evidence?
Well, he wants the judge to overlook it.
No, yeah, no, absolutely not. There's overwhelming evidence in this case, as a matter of fact. Overwhelming.
Well, overwhelming circumstantial, because they never did a hair sample from McGough and from the hair in the windshield.
Exactly.
Do you know what circumstantial is?
Yeah,
circumstantial evidence is evidence.
Yeah,
to a point.
Dropped the ball a little bit, I think, or the police. They should have taken a sample of the hair and the blood that was on the windshield and matched it to McGough's, but they did not do that. All they have is a picture. So they kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I don't think it's going to matter in the end. They could have.
No spoilers. Yeah, well, let's see where it goes. But yeah, I mean, that was just a ridiculous statement. I had to say something.
Particularly exhibits 1, 2, 3 are the vehicle in which the defendant is around, which has crashed into a pole, and that the pole, quite frankly, did not give way much. And then what also would establish then there's a second piece of establishing the defendant was operating that vehicle, or People's Exhibits 4, specifically 4, which is clear indication of spider webbing, and what Officer Corey testified to are the damage to the windshield, the circular damage above the driver's side to the window, as indicated a circular pattern, not or similar to certainly what this court has seen over the years, of individuals who are unrestrained in vehicles who are then involved in the crash, alcohol related or not, where their head strikes the windshield. And then exhibits 7, 8, 9, and then also 10 that show blood and also injuries to the cranial area or the head area of the defendant, along also with Officer Corey's testimony regarding the hair, although not analyzed, but certainly the color, texture, hair, his observations regarding the hair that is in the windshield, all certainly point to and would give rise to probable cause that the defendant was operating that motor vehicle at the time of that crash. Additionally, then there is testimony regarding blood test results which then occurred at the hospital later that day, indicating a blood alcohol content of 0.127.
127.
Which, absent anything else, could be used to presume that that was his blood alcohol content at the time of the operation of the motor vehicle. So that the record is clear, even to the extent the defendant's unlawful escape from custody at the time from the hospital may go to the weight to be given to that blood alcohol result, but does not negate that blood alcohol result. The court is sufficiently satisfied that people have sustained their burden of showing by probable cause that the defendant did operate a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or intoxicants. So therefore, for those reasons, the court would bind the defendant over on count 1 with the stipulations to the previous convictions of the defendant with counts 2 and 3 following.
Get him.
Your Honor, do you want to proceed on the arraignment?
Yes, let's just do that.
We waive formal reading of the information. Stand mute.
So this is
wait for reading standing mute. Court will enter not.
This is already past 7 o'clock. You said, right, at night?
This would be about
or past 5.
Yeah, it's past 5. It's about 5:30.
So Judge Simpson is like, yeah, let's do the arraignment now. We're doing it all now. Get him out of my courtroom.
Right.
And the arraignment goes very quickly.
Okay.
Guilty plea as to all 3 counts. Pre-trial in this case will be
October 9th at 1:30 with Judge Slick.
October 9th, 2025, 1:30 before Judge Slick. That case bond will continue.
May I find information, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. Have her exhibits back.
That wasn't
Oh, you had an extra.
Jim Bob, that wasn't the PBT. That was the blood alcohol test. That wasn't the preliminary breath test. That was, they actually drew his blood at the hospital. Also, I assume it was higher than that when he was driving because he went and ran around for an hour or whatever, letting his blood alcohol level drop.
I believe.
No, he was in a bar drinking when they found him.
Oh.
In reality, for a man that's on his 4th DUI, he's kind of a lightweight drinker. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this guy probably at the highest point of any time during this would have probably been a 15 or a 16 at the most. And he was a 12, almost a 13. He doesn't handle his liquor very well.
Bob, you got to tell us what the highest alcohol percentage of you ever arrested. You told me once, and I
broke my gavel.
Yeah. The highest I ever had was a 0.62.
0.
How are they not dead?
Yeah.
The man, and that was my question, Miss Katie. We would take, this happened when I started in South Lyon. We would take the people to the alcohol hospital rehab center in Brighton. They had a 6.5 out there at one time. This man that I arrested, and I almost let him go. He did all the sidewalk Olympics test. Okay, but not quite. And I gave him a PBT, and I cleared it, gave it to him again, and called for another car to bring a PBT. He drank a case of beer or more a day, plus he drank a 5th or more of vodka and scotch.
Oh, a professional.
And get this, he was a carpenter. So while he's
wow.
doing this, he's driving nails the old way with a hammer.
Got it.
He was a 0.62.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
And at
Professional drinker.
yes, at 0.35, we were required to take them to the hospital.
That's
Oh,
what
God,
my father used to say on New Year's Eve. You never want to be out on New Year's Eve because all of the amateurs are out, all of the amateur drunk drivers, and a regular night the professionals are out.
I can think of one night that's even worse than New Year's Eve.
Christmas
Anybody
or
got
Thanksgiving?
no?
Thanksgiving.
Well, that's
Really?
bad too. But no, Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know I don't drink a lot in family get-togethers, but man, Thanksgiving comes around. Speak of the devil, my sister's in the chat right now. Hey, K-Bot
What?
Video, we just gave the dogs, we just cracked open these treats that you got them.
One
right.
Super Bowl Sunday, I made 5 DUI arrests.
Yep. Yeah,
Goodbye.
she's saying the same thing. My dad used to always tell us New Year's Eve is amateur night.
I had extra information.
That's fine. Court also now calls the case of People versus Daniel McGough. That's case 25F30979.
That's close to people.
Now it's Warren Green on behalf of Mr. McGough. Mr. McGough, could you please state your name for the court?
Daniel McGough. All right. Ready to proceed on this case?
We are, Your Honor. Prior to the beginning, I will inform the court, and I did inform defense counsel, I do intend to, if the proofs bear it out, to add count of Mr. Sergeant officer. And I believe defense counsel is aware of that. That would be contrary to 75081D as in dog 1.
Okay.
Right.
And Your Honor, to also provide notice of this, notice of removal pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1455. This case has also been removed to the United States District Court of the Eastern District of Michigan under case number 25-12441 for Fourth Amendment violations of law.
Can you stop it there?
This court has no knowledge, as I last case.
Yes.
So what the attorney is doing, he's allowing McGough to go ahead and speak. He's already said he's going to have nothing to do with these extraneous cases, I think he called them. But apparently McGough is suing Judge Simpson. He's suing the prosecutor and everybody under the sun, trying to get a conflict of interest and trying to get it removed to federal court. It's not going to work, but
subject matter jurisdiction and all that.
Here's the thing on that. The last time I checked, it's $420 to file in the federal court. So here's a man who's sitting in jail that if he didn't have Judge Slay's hold, he could conceivably bail himself out if he had the money. But he doesn't have the money, doesn't have the money for an attorney, but yet he has the money for $420 to file a suit in federal court, a suit that Judge Simpson would have already received the paperwork on. Yeah. All he did was probably write it up himself and mail it in and hope for the best, and they threw it in file 13.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
We
read some of it. We read some of it the other time, and it seems
did.
like the what is his name in Vegas, Kim Blandino. When Kim Blandino was trying the same thing, but what he would do is he would just file like bar complaints and complaints against the judge that they would have to then look at, and he tried doing that against every single judge, so that to create a conflict of interest, hoping they would just dismiss it. And then they got an outside judge to come in and be like, you can go fuck yourself. We're doing this case.
Any removal has not been notified of removal, and so has not been presented anything with removal, nor anything presented which would show a procedure in which this state action would be removed to federal court. So for those reasons, while you want to say it all the time on the record, that's to the extent it's a motion of any type that's denied. You may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Call Colin Cheney.
Sir, please come forward and be sworn.
See, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? See, state your first and last name for the record, please.
Colin Cheney, COLLINCHENEY.
All right, you may inquire.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, how are you employed?
Michigan State Police is a trooper.
How long have you been employed as a trooper with Michigan State Police?
About 2.5 years.
Do you have any prior law enforcement experience before you were a trooper?
I do not.
Were you still employed on or about July the 3rd, 2025? What were you working that day?
That was road patrol.
And where were you road patrol at? Do you recall what part of Washtenaw County you were doing road patrol at about 7:45 in the morning? Were you traveling westbound on I-94?
Yes.
And is that location in Washtenaw County, state of Michigan?
Correct.
Did you notice any vehicles while you were traveling westbound on I-94?
Yes.
What did you see?
Near westbound 94, I observed a red sedan that looked like it was traveling faster than the rest of the traffic on the freeway.
What did you do?
I caught up to it, and when I got closer to it, my radar picked up the speed reading.
And what was it reading?
90 miles per hour.
What did you do next?
I got behind the vehicle and activated my overhead light to conduct a traffic stop on the vehicle.
What happened after you activated your overhead lights?
Shortly after, the vehicle merged over to the shoulder, got down to around 40 miles an hour, and rolled for half mile to a mile before coming to a complete stop at about 40 miles per hour.
What happened after the vehicle came to a complete stop?
I approached the vehicle, spoke to the sole occupant of the driver of the vehicle, and told him I was trooper Sheen with Michigan State Police, and requested his driver's license.
Did you see what position that person was inside of the vehicle? Was he operating the vehicle? Do you see the person that was operating that vehicle in the courtroom today? Can you tell me where he's sitting and what he's wearing, please?
He's sitting to your right in a green jumpsuit.
Your Honor, may the record reflect the witness identify this defendant?
No, it's pretend.
Record checks so reflect.
When you made contact with the defendant and asked him for his driver's license, what happened next? Did he say anything to you?
He did.
What did he say to you?
I don't exactly recall what it was that he said, but somewhere early on he advised me that I did not have the right to stop him. And actually, right after I asked for his driver's license, he asked what my reason for the stop was.
What did you say?
I told him that I observed him on my radar. I observed his speed on my radar that was over the speed limit.
What happened after you told him that?
I requested his driver's license again.
Did he give it to you?
He did not.
What happened after he didn't give you the driver's license?
He stated that I did not have the right to stop him because he was traveling in a private capacity and not a commercial capacity.
What did you do?
I advised him that he is required to provide a driver's license at the request of the peace officer.
Did he provide you a driver's license? Did you observe anything about the vehicle's license plate?
The vehicle's license plate did not look familiar to me. I had not had a chance to actually.
Hey, pause for 2 seconds.
Okay. So while you're at the side of the car and you're speaking with
Wixom
him,
PayPal'd me a shot.
Yes.
For the old fund. So thank you. You just wanted to drink. It's okay. Again, I'll allow it.
Cheers.
Can I read this? Because Russell's angering me and I've drank just enough.
I just read
Truth or TV.
TV in what's her name's voice. How dare you?
How dare you? No, so do you know what that's from? I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he's trying to describe the difference in Indians. And he says you have hotel Indians or you have 7-Eleven.
Yes.
I think he called them liquor store Indians.
Yeah.
But Truth or TV said at least you didn't call me a CDL Indian.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Truth or TV can pass that exam. I'm pretty sure. Just so you know, Georgia Transparency, because it's difficult to convey this in a chat. Truth or TV and I have been friends for years. He slept in this bed right here. This is my guest room. He's slept in this bed before. I've slept at his house before on his sofa. So jokes between close friends, I know you're super difficult to understand.
Russell wouldn't know about close friends. He wouldn't know.
I know it's difficult to understand that friends, close friends like McConnell and I are. It's difficult to understand that we have jokes, inside jokes between each other. So if you want to go make some, go make some posts, go do whatever you want, and I will post pictures of Truth or TV and I hanging out together, drinking a beer together, tasing each other. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, he was there for that, wasn't he? There's like a whole video of that.
Yeah, he let me tase him. Yeah, I should pull that up just to show Russell. Yes, that's exactly what I said. I slept with Truther. Exactly. Yes, he slept in my guest room. That's exactly what that means.
This is why I respond. This is why I respond to people like Russell or Broken System, Broken Trust, or people like that, because it makes me think, you know, it could be worse. My life could be worse. I could be Russell. I could be Josh.
Well, here's the things. I just said that we've been close friends for years. He stayed in my guest room. I slept on his couch, and he twists that into I slept with him. Because he is a degenerate lowlife who can't get his mind out of the gutter.
Because he's thinking about it now. He's thinking about it now.
I'm saying.
Are you continuing to request his driver's license? Is he ever providing it to you?
No.
How long do you think, well, I want to ask that question. As this is going on, what are you doing?
While I'm speaking with him, I requested for back because he's not being very compliant.
You asked for what?
Backup.
Backup? Okay. At some point, did you return back to your vehicle?
I did.
And what did you do when you got back there?
I attempted to run the plate. Did not see that the plate existed, essentially.
What did you notice about the plate once you were able to examine it?
It was not registered to any specific state.
Do you recall what it said on it?
It's a diplomat on the top, non-expiring on the bottom, and I believe it said non-commercial.
Were you ever able to get any information about the vehicle? How did you get information?
I read the VIN of the vehicle.
Were you able to find current registration for the vehicle when you ran the VIN?
I did not.
Did you request that the defendant continue to provide you his driver's license throughout your interactions with him? Did you ever ask him to get out of the car? When did that happen?
On my initial contact, after not receiving a driver's license multiple times, I advised him to step out of the car. And after going back to my vehicle, coming back, I advised him he needed to step out of the car. And none of those were followed.
Did you eventually get him out of the car?
Yes.
How?
I told him he had one more chance to step out of the vehicle on his own. And he said he was not stepping out of the vehicle. So I pushed his window, which initial contact window was all the way down. After backup had arrived, I believe sometime after, while I was going back to the car, he cracked the window. I put my hands in the window and I shoved the window down into the car. I reached in, unlocked the door, and unbuckled his seatbelt. At that point, he stepped out of the vehicle and was handcuffed.
And you didn't break the window, you just pushed it down?
I did not break the glass.
I should say, you didn't shatter it with your stick?
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you for correcting me, Trooper. Were you wearing a body camera on the day that this happened? Was it functional and operational? Have you had a chance
Hold on, what's this guy's name? I think we might have another body cam to
yes,
pull.
so
I need his.
They show a little bit in this stream.
Yes.
As evidence. And I think
already out as evidence, we can get the whole thing.
Yeah, and if you wait a little bit, I believe it's got all of the information like on the video.
Sweet. All right. We have 2 body cams. We might have another McGough episode.
McGough stream. So I don't know if you heard what his license plate said, but it said diplomat on the top. And I just wanted to touch on Gregory's comment from a few minutes ago. Imagine a country that would have McGough as a diplomat. Like, they must have no one left in their country. It's like idiocracy in their country. Like, he's it.
Review the recordings from that day?
Yeah.
Your Honor, with permission, the people would like to propose to admit Exhibit 1, which is the body cam, but I'm only going to play select portions of it.
Yes. Is there any objection?
No objection.
All right.
The first segment is about 8 minutes long, Your Honor.
Before playing that, the license plate, did it say, was it black and white? You recall? If you recall.
It was either black or dark blue, something along that line.
And it said diplomat across the top.
Wow.
And then at some point at the lower, maybe left, right-hand corner, talked about it being non-expiring or something along those lines.
Yes.
I know what that license plate
May I,
looks
Your Honor?
like.
Yes,
That's
you
what
may.
he
Thank you
just
so
said.
much.
Yep. Uh-oh.
And this is
okay.
got sound, so I apologize if it's too loud at first. I'll adjust it.
BWL 7-01 3600. This body cam is an hour long. So you'll have to do some editing there, KFARR, because I'm sure it's not all good.
I believe they only play about 8 minutes of it.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm going to pull the whole thing, so.
What's that? How did you my vehicle? Where is your driver's license? No, it does not matter what you have. See there. Violation speed. No. Where's your driver's license? Okay. Where's your driver's license? Yes, good. Okay, traffic stop. By law, you have to identify yourself. Yes, sir.
I'm assuming the reason it sounds like this is because it's being played in the court and it's just picking up the sound from inside the room and not direct, like it's not plugged into the stream. So hopefully when we get it, we'll be able to hear it better.
Yeah, I can say that it probably sounds shitty right now because it's played from a laptop into court streaming to YouTube, and I got it from that recording from YouTube. So it's going to be the third attempt at a recording. So
yeah,
not the best.
Investigation of the violation. You must identify yourself according to the machine law. Please say violation. It's not commercial. It doesn't matter if you're going to get ice cream at McGough. I can stop you for speeding. Where's your driver's license? Okay, where's your driver's license? Yes, you do. Where's your driver's license? They're a long way away. We're not going to sit here and wait for a supervisor. So. I understand that. If you cooperate with me, I need your identification to get you out of here. Yes, I do. Oh, you're more required to a police officer. It does not matter what capacity you're traveling in. It does not matter what capacity you're traveling in. What about the plane? What are the planes supposed to be? I know nothing about that plane is. So what's that mean? That means nothing to me. Who are you? So look at the brand code, my back number 1245.
Thank you so much, Cool Clearwater. $5 treats from Hannah. Thank you so much, Hannah. I'm gonna go spend that $5 on cookies and ice cream and cake and all sorts of other stuff so I get more cellulite because that's what Mr. Zed likes. Let's get the dogs up there. No, actually, I'm not going to do that because I'm not really that big into sweets, but I wanted to piss Russie off. There you go. I know it's difficult not to know what it's like to be loved. All right.
So you will identify yourself. Yes, sir. From a radar gun? Yes, sir. It's mounted in my vehicle, pointed at everybody. Let's take through police officers all around the road. Let's see what they do. Okay, well, I haven't experienced that, so I feel for those state troopers. You don't have a reason to. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm here on the side of the road with you. You need to identify yourself. Yes, you did. That is why I'm stopping you. Why did you roll? For what reason? What reason do I have to call my supervisor? Because you don't want to listen to me? If you are not obeying the law? So. Identify yourself. Go to the dog test. Let's see the dog test. Let's see. That's hoping you. I'm not doing it. Copy now. Identification now. You said on the page. Yes, you have. That's why I'm stopping. Okay. So you want to say anything? You are escalating the situation. You need to identify yourself to me. I'm not going to argue with you anymore. You're going to step out of this meeting. You will identify yourself. I ask you to cooperate with that next meeting you have on the road. It's trooper chief. I said that. Man, it's all 45. Why am I calling my supervisor? I'm not going to tell him. Let's have you call him right now. You're not going to tell my supervisor. See my bike, 90 miles an hour on the freeway. It's marked 70. I don't know who you are. You are. You will identify yourself to me. Identify yourself. It's your name. What's your name? Do you know?
And Your Honor, skipping ahead to about the 33-minute mark, close as I can get it.
All right.
What's going on? Okay, the criminal?
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna pull the body cam myself, cellulite yoga pants, because it does suck. It sucks bad.
And is this a Cavalier? Is that what I'm looking at right now?
I think so. It's got, and it's like sun faded and got scratches all down the side of it.
Haven't seen one of those in a long time.
No, right now. Step out of the car. That's your last chance. Hey, what happened? Alright. Put your phone down. Step out of the car. Try to fix people.
You need to fix. You need to go fix the tech in this courtroom, KFARR. Go volunteer.
Trooper Cheney, were you able to eventually ascertain the identity of the driver or the defendant? And did you check him in lean?
I did.
What did you discover?
He doesn't have a valid driver's license in the state of Michigan.
Did he have any warrants at the time that you pulled him over?
He did. To correct myself, he didn't have a valid driver's license at all. I did just
Not at all. Okay, thank you. After you arrested the defendant, what happened next?
I asked him if he had any reason that he needed to go to the hospital for. He advised that he had rapid heartbeat.
Did you go to the hospital?
Chelsea Hospital.
The Trinity Health in Chelsea? Is that right? Or Chelsea Hospital?
Just Chelsea.
Okay. And after, was he cleared by medical staff and taken to the jail?
After receiving medical assistance at Chelsea Hospital, we went to Baltimore County Jail.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
Just so that I'm clear, he told you he had rapid heartbeat. You took him to the hospital. He refused medical treatment.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Here, I'll pass the witness.
Cross-examination.
Your Honor, before I begin, may I very briefly confirm with the opposing counsel?
Okay.
Hey, Katie,
Yes.
can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
This video, I don't think you pulling the body cam is going to help. It's worse right now, but in the courtroom it was not good, and I'll tell you why. This traffic stop is on the side of the expressway, and all that dropping out you hear is cars going by because they were right there. So this
we
is
might
why
be able to.
No,
we might be able to clean it
fine.
up. I don't know anything about that, but I'm just saying this video was not that good in the courtroom either, because it's just constant car after car, and every time the car would go by, the audio would drop. It was horrible.
So if you guys recall, oh God, I showed it, and I think Colin showed it. It was Eric Martin's traffic stop on the side of the road.
Yes.
Colin tried messing with it on his end. I tried messing with it on my end, and it was the exact same way, where every time a car would go by, all the audio would either drop or the editing software would want to grab the car noise instead of the words.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know that wasting money to pull this would be worth a darn, to be honest with you.
I'm glad you told us that it was like this in court as well, because more than likely what they tried to do is the same thing I was going to try to do, and it ended up like this.
Yeah, I would think that pulling the video from the previous hearing that we had, where this bonehead ran into a mobile sign, and like Judge Simpson said, the sign didn't move much, that body cam video would be much better than this body cam, because they're on the side of I-94. It's a very heavily traveled freeway. I've been on it many times. I don't think it's worth paying the money for. I really don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just get the first one from Corey.
Right. Yeah, this one was terrible.
Good afternoon, Trooper. My name is Alex Warren Green. I represent Mr. McGough in this matter. So, Trooper, this was on July 3rd of this year, right?
Correct.
Day before Independence Day, right?
Correct.
Tons of cars on the road.
Tons.
And this was on I-94 in Scio, right?
Yes.
And that is a 70-mile-an-hour limited access highway or freeway, right?
Yes.
And in your experience as a state trooper, you know that conducting traffic stops on the freeway is dangerous, right?
Yes.
There's high speeds, distracted driving, right? There's large commercial vehicles like tractor trailers, and like you already said, lots of traffic, right?
Yes.
And another reason that it's dangerous is because there's limited space on the shoulder to conduct a traffic stop, right?
Correct.
Trooper, on your direct examination, we saw video from your body-worn camera. In addition to the body-worn camera, you have a dashboard-mounted camera, right?
Yes.
And the dashboard-mounted camera activates when you activate the overhead lights, right?
Correct.
And when you activate it, it captures 30 seconds back in time, right?
Correct.
Okay. And Your Honor, I believe this is by stipulation. I would ask to play a portion of the trooper's dash camera. I'd move to admit it.
It's defense A.
This would be defense A, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Trooper, can you see that on the screen right in front of you?
Yes.
Trooper, I'm just going to pause right there. This is your dashboard mounted camera from July 3rd, right?
Correct.
And there's some writing on the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Trooper, I paused at exactly 30 seconds. This is when you activated your overhead lights, correct?
That should be very close. Yes.
pausing the video at 1 minute and 18 seconds. Trooper, you'd agree with me that both you and Mr. McGough are in a stationary position at this time, right?
Correct.
And Your Honor, I'm going to take down the exhibit at this point. Trooper, after you reach that stationary position, he never put the vehicle back into motion, did he?
No.
Well, at least for the duration of the traffic stop, he didn't put it back into motion, did he?
No, I did not.
Okay. And the patrol vehicle you have, it has a mounted radar system, right? That's mounted on your dashboard.
Yes.
And that radar system, you can obtain a printed document that tells you the readout obtained at a particular time. Is that right?
I'm not aware if I'm able to do that. I've never been taught how to do that or seen any of that.
So from your mounted radar, you have never obtained a printed document suitable for court. Is that your testimony?
Yes.
So
I'm not aware if it is possible or not. I just have never done it and do not know how to.
Understood. Thank you, Trooper. You followed Mr. Magoo's vehicle for a period of time before activating your lights, right?
Yes.
And once you did activate your lights, he did in fact decelerate, right?
Yes.
And shortly after that, he moved over to the shoulder of the road, right?
Yes.
And then you following Mr. McGough went over an overpass, right?
Yes.
And that overpass has metal barriers on either side of it, right?
Yes.
And
that's how highways
after
work.
you get to
Yeah.
the end of the overpass bridge, that's when he brought the car to a stop, very shortly after you got to the other side of the bridge, right? Well, Trooper, you'd agree with me that the entire time after you turned your lights on, following Mr. McGough was under a minute, right?
Yes. With my lights on, yes.
And on something like an overpass, there's even less space to conduct your traffic stop, right?
Typically, yes.
Because of the metal barriers, if something were to happen, you can't just jump into the ditch or the grass, right? So after you're stationary, Mr. Magoo's stationary, you walk up to the window, right?
Yes.
And you two have a discussion, right?
Yes.
And Mr. Magoo didn't hit the gas pedal, did he?
No.
He didn't open the door and start running down the freeway, did he?
No.
He didn't take a swing on you or any other officers that responded, did he?
No.
He didn't reach for anything on your utility belt, right? Your Honor, if I may have one moment. Thank you. Trooper, the reason for this traffic stop wasn't because of a license plate, was it?
Not at the time.
And the reason for initiating the traffic stop wasn't because of an invalid or expired license, was it? It was for speed, right?
Yes.
So at the time you initiated this traffic stop, you hadn't witnessed any crime occur in your presence. Would you agree with me?
Speed violation, I did not.
Okay. Thank you for answering my questions, Your Honor. I have nothing further at this time.
Any redirect?
Trooper Cheney, if you recall, what did the defendant tell you he was doing when he was driving on the shoulder and not pulling over and stopping for you?
He advised he was emailing his summons for a trial that he has against prosecutors and magistrates.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Your Honor, very briefly on that.
Go ahead. That opened up a whole bunch of stuff. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Trooper, on behalf of Mr. Magoo, after you saw this plate, you didn't call the embassy, did you? You didn't call the Department of Transportation, did you?
No.
All right. Your Honor, I have nothing further at this time.
No redirect, thank you, Your Honor.
That is where,
Thank you, sir.
No objection.
that is where
witness.
Mr. Magoo
Your Honor, the Senate will move to add
whispered to him to tell him to ask those questions. Ridiculous questions.
Did the attorney think that that was going to help his case at all?
Oh,
Hey, my client has a fake plate. Did you run that down by chance?
yeah. All Mr. Magoo, you could see him if you rewind it a little bit. Mr. Magoo whispers into his ear. All he wanted was to get that on the record as if it's going to mean something. So the lawyer stood up and asked those two stupid questions. That's all that was.
So this is what's going to happen. If he wants to go down this route, the prosecutor's just going to do the extra 2 seconds of legwork to run that down. And he's probably going to get another charge for like a fake plate or not registering his car correctly. And it's like, did you mean to dig yourself a deeper hole? Because that's what you did.
That is what McGough is best at, digging himself an even deeper hole.
And I'm here for it.
He's a master of it.
Yep. It's very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, put that mildly.
Assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer for Trooper Colin. And I have no additional, contrary to 2005-01T1, I have no additional witnesses this time.
The defense calls no witnesses, Your Honor.
Not shocked.
All right. The end. Response to the motion to bind over.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defense would object to bind over in this particular case. Your Honor, the court has seen the video. We are asking the court to consider the evidence here. Our position is that it is insufficient even at a probable cause standard. The video, the dash camera specifically showed that after the troopers' overhead lights went on, Mr. McGough did make an effort to decelerate. He moved over. After they went across the overpass bridge, he did bring his car to a stop. Your Honor, he didn't need to be physically extracted from that vehicle. He did get out. He got arrested without incident. For the record, Your Honor, we would be objecting to bind over.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I do believe we have laid more than sufficient evidence to sustain both felony counts that have been presented today. Furthermore, Your Honor, the people will know the extreme restraint that the trooper showed while dealing with the defendant and not escalating the situation, continuing to try to resolve it as peacefully as possible. I think the court saw in People's One, the 33 mark where the court could clearly see Lieutenant Kratzenberg, and there were two other officers from Chelsea PD as well as an additional trooper who had all come to the scene to help. I do believe we have presented sufficient evidence for at least what we have. And I do think there's an argument that there's more than one resisting and obstructing based on what's been presented today for the two different interactions that were shown, but I've added the one. I have nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
Court, after hearing the testimony in case, would agree with the people that there's sufficient evidence to show that the defendant committed the offense of fleeing and eluding the fourth degree. And I think it should be clear that the driver's obligation is to hold their vehicle over when those overheads go on behind them. He did not really do that. Prior to getting what's left out of the defendant's argument is he's traveling quite a ways prior to him even getting to that overpass. There are other places, if the argument's being made, that he couldn't have safely pulled over. When you truly look at it, there are other places that he could have pulled over, could have done so safely. And anybody that's seen a vehicle pulled over, yes, the trooper actually, or the officers actually put themselves and their vehicle more at risk because of the way that they line their vehicle up when pulling the vehicle over. So that vehicle could have stopped well before, quite frankly, the overpass, and well before the time that it did. So I don't find that argument very persuasive, and would indicate that the people have sustained a burden regarding the fourth degree fleeing and eluding. Also, just noted, the trooper, his voice is telling him, and it was in People's Exhibit 1, he's sure he knows that Mr. McGough can't hear him, or whoever's in that vehicle can't hear him, but he is saying, pull over. He's trying to implore that vehicle to pull over. So the court will bind the defendant over on count 1. With reference to the added count 6, the resisting and obstructing, I think it goes without being said that the restraint that this trooper showed was amazing. Probably one of the reasons I'm not a police officer. I don't think I could have shown that much restraint on the side of that road. That it seemed like forever before that door opened.
Yeah.
The officer, the trooper, would certainly been well within his rights to have opened that door at some point in time.
Judge Simpson's like, I would have fucked him up if I was
phenomenal. Is that he did not do that.
Judge Simpson's like, you should have busted his window. What are you doing, officer?
The people wanted a window break and a tase. What are you doing, trooper? He knows. Judge Simpson knows what the people want.
Just a little into the window. That's what we wanted. A little spicy car.
He left. He was not looking to indeed escalate it anymore. And it was just amazing to me. And only when it came down to the point that something indeed had to be done did the trooper take action. Quite frankly, that behavior is, well, I've always told people around the country with all due respect.
That behavior is abhorrent, is the word that I would use. Abhorrent.
State troopers, and all of the places I've been, I think Michigan has best. So, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. What he did was just amazing because a lot of people, as the defense was pointing out, in a holiday time of travel, a lot of people were put in jeopardy, not by what the trooper did in pulling the vehicle over, not by the manner in which he pulled it over, but by, quite frankly, Mr. McGough's obstinance and not answering the trooper and not complying with the order of the trooper. There are probably, and I think the people are right, that there's probably more than one resisting and obstructing here.
Yeah.
Since the people aren't asking, I won't add an additional or 2 counts, or at least of resisting and obstructing. I will only add 1 of resisting and obstructing as an added count 6. So defendant, so the record is clear, is bound over to stand trial on counts 1 and 6, those being felony, with counts 2, 3. Yes, it's 2, 3, and 4 and 5 following as misdemeanors.
Your Honor, with respect to the Circuit Court of Raymond, we acknowledge receipt of the application, waive its reading and standing mute.
Defendant have waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea as to all 6 counts. Pre-trial in this matter will be
October 9th at 1:30 with Judge Slay.
October 9th, 2025, 1:30. Judge Slay.
Sir, I can have an amended information over by about noon tomorrow, adding that count 6. Unfortunately, don't have it prepared right now.
That's fine. You
Thank you.
can put that up there. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. McGough, I'll come see you tomorrow.
I go off. I'm in recess. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm in recess. Hurry up, get me off.
I had to keep in the good bits.
Okay.
That was it.
That's when we got to go to the restaurant.
And
Nice.
we were starving by this point. It was 6:30. KFARR, check your email.
So for the people that missed it, because I made it private, KFARR, do you mind if I show the video of us getting tased? I know how people in Shane's chat like that.
I'll tell you what you guys should show is if you can. I sent the picture of us back in Judge Simpson's chambers. You ought to show that. You get a real good shot of Mr. Allen and how big that dude is.
Where did you send?
I sent it.
I sent it to you.
It's in my phone though, not on my computer.
Oh.
I sent an email to KFARR earlier today.
Okay. Well, this is about 2-3 minutes long. Do you guys want to see us get tased?
Sure.
Chat.
I saw this. You guys were at that freedom thing or something.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Katie, it's a pretty lame tasing.
First of all, it hurts, and I don't know what's wrong with these guys. So, Truther TV's in the chat, or he was. I'm not sure if he's still here. This is him right here. So, apparently, people need to have proof that I'm friends with him. We were hanging out the other day. So, here you go. Oh, that's loud.
Not that bad.
Oh.
All right.
I missed.
You'll be fine, I promise. Temperature was with the heat index.
There we go.
Of the temperature right now outside. Not right now, earlier today.
105.
105?
Probably 100. Like total. 105 is not too much. Maybe max.
I don't know.
Nashville's tricky because I like to go like, oh, it's only 92 degrees today, and then like the sneaky little feels like 102.
Let me forward it. It's hard when it's such a long stream to figure out where stuff is. You're not seeing anything. Oh, sorry. I was confused. I'm pretty blonde sometimes. So getting there. All right.
Don't try to beat that. Right here. We're gonna get him back for all the fun. I'm not even gonna get. We're gonna pay. This is payback for his people invading this country and dirtying it up. Why are you cleaning up?
I'm just holding it so I can hear you guys.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
All right, right here?
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
3, 2, 1.
At least he moved, KFARR.
I enjoyed it.
It's just
All
like,
right,
it's like like you know when you get like a lighter that touches your hand like the flame.
Oh, well, he's got to hold the mic. You got to hold the mics and the tails. Same.
All right, folks, we're just winging it.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
We got this. We got this.
Okay, bye.
There's that.
Like a champ. Look at that. Didn't even fall down. Didn't even go down. No spillage. No spillage at all.
Okay, bye. Do it again. I feel like I got myself good, but I don't feel like this is going to be that terrible. Here, let me.
Thank you very much for these super chats, everybody. This is for you.
You gotta go skin. You gotta go hand.
It still kind of hurts a little bit.
I feel like I tried to separate myself and it didn't work. It's just
No, right here.
I think because Kenny took it like a champ, like obviously someone else said it already. Mick's a man, okay? Last time I checked, Kenny is at least twice as much as what Kenny does.
Really? No way.
Dude, he didn't even
All right, let's do this.
It wasn't your phone. I don't know. Is that what we're
Well, somebody in the chat said if I could change the charge my phone, so it's just gonna react. It might have been. I know it's probably not comparing me to a woman. You know, like you're like, oh, that's pretty bad. Let's do this. I gotta go get Mrs. KFARR credit card. Okay.
All right, 3, 2.
Oh wait, I wasn't ready to do it.
Oh yeah, I did it. You did it. You definitely faced it.
The camera angle. Yeah, you're right.
Do it again.
Nothing?
Oh, I felt it. I felt it. You got me good.
Dude didn't even move. He didn't even move. What is wrong with you, KFARR?
It didn't bother me that bad. Like I said, it was like the tens machine.
It
That's
made my
what it felt
leg.
like.
It made my leg collapse out from underneath me, is what it did to me. And at least Truth or TV like flinched a little bit, like just a little bit. Yeah, nothing.
Well, I don't understand. No, I trust you. I trust you. No?
I gotta like hold it. I am apparently immune to OC spray and being tased.
I guess so.
That's
Holy
okay. I'm
God.
gonna go get Mrs. KFARR.
So, you still feel it? I still feel it.
Oh no, you got me good.
Yeah, so that's it. That's the video. And did you put it in the private? Or do you want to share your screen?
What are we doing? What?
The photo?
Oh, I can't. I haven't found anything yet. I'm still waiting. I haven't gotten anything.
Ay. All right. I'm going to send it to myself, I guess. There we go. All right. I'll send it to myself. We should have done this earlier. And then I really have to go. Did it go? Waiting. Refresh. There it is. Make sure that, okay, because I sent it to my real email. And I will share my screen. There it is. Look at that. Gee, that officer is tall, huh?
He's a unit.
Yeah. Where's Bob? Bob, are you there? We can't hear you.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
I'm taking the picture.
Yeah, Bob was taking the picture. He was on the other side of the
table.
There's a table there surrounded by chairs, and you can see how big Mr. Allen is, man. That dude, he's a big dude, but he's really nice. Really nice.
Really nice guy.
Well, I appreciate you guys going down to the courthouse and being our inside people, our secret squirrel, watching the trial live. We'll have to use this as the thumbnail next time.
Well, we've got another one coming up. McGough, Simpson just bound him over on 2 more felonies to Judge Slay. I've been in Judge Slay's courtroom. The next hearing he's got is October 9th at 1:30 p.m. and I will be there.
Awesome.
Yeah, so will I. We'll both be there.
So we'll let you know what happens. Judge Slay no longer live streams. I've been told that she used to live stream 2 or 3 years ago, but she stopped. So we'll go ahead and attend, and we'll come on your panel, and we'll let you know what we see and what happens.
All right. Awesome. Well, that's it. That's the show, guys. I hope everybody has a great night. I hope you enjoyed this extra episode from both.
Well, wait a minute. KFARR, you need to check your email. Let's have a nightcap. Why not?
No. Wixon,
One more drink for the road.
Just a drink for the road.
I'm down to drink.
All right, guys.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Bob.
See you later, bud.
You take care, man.
All right, let me end the stream. Everybody, thank you for joining us for this extra episode this week. We will be back again tomorrow evening for a regular episode of Booze and Body Cams tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern.
With more McGough footage.
With more McGough footage. We have some McGough footage, and hopefully, usually takes a couple of weeks, we will have a whole McGough episode. It'll be a McGooey ooey episode. Have a good night, everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 You gotta look forward cause the salt is back. Swear to God I'm at the cul-de-sac. Yep, used to rub the lamps in my sultan's hat. And now it's all back to this cul-de-sac. Don't know what's ahead but you can't look back. Lot's wife is just salty Jack. You got them handshake deals in perfect packs. Yeah, gotta fall back to the cul-de-sac. Just step right side, step right back. Step forward twice, kick your shoulders back. You got to step left side, step